Blah 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 blah. What is up, everyone? My name is TimTom. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be reacting, and I haven't been making videos at all, and it's because anyway, we're gonna be reacting to a video by TimTom called Spending Christmas in the Hospital. That sounds like a very interesting You said shut up and let's start? Alright.
There are so many things to enjoy about the holiday season. Fun decorations, hot chocolate, rampant consumerism, but sometimes the most enjoyable things are the smallest things. And sometimes those small things are dangerously enjoyable.
What?
So much fun that somehow you end up spending Christmas in the hospital. So this happened when I was about 7 years old. And the thing you need to know about me is that I love solving puzzles. Not necessarily jigsaw puzzles in particular, but any kind of puzzle, like Rubik's Cube, Sudoku, anything where there's an unknown solution, but everything you need to find it is already in your head. There's something absolutely magical about that to me. So every December, when a small trickle of presents from family and friends would start appearing under our Christmas tree, I saw them as puzzles begging to be solved. It was my annual grand...
I've never watched this guy before, and my first impression of him, the art is really nice, and I already feel like, I'm gonna start watching his videos a lot. I don't know, he just seems pretty cool, He seems pretty cool.
And challenge to figure out what could possibly be in those boxes before the 25th. Now, of course I could cheat. I could peel the wrapping paper back just enough to get a peek at the box. And I won't lie, I may have done that a few times, but not only is that a great way to get into trouble,
I used to do that too.
It's also much less satisfying than figuring it out on your own. Shaking the boxes, on the other hand. Anything you can observe without tearing the paper is perfectly fair game in my book. Feeling how heavy a box is and how the weight distributes inside is pretty often just enough to solve the puzzle. Maybe you can feel, through the paper, that one side of the box is flimsy plastic. That could be the window that displays a remote control car. Maybe turning it over causes an avalanche of tiny plastic pieces within. That can only be Legos. The problem is that my mom would usually hide anything too obvious until the night before Christmas, which meant that usually the only puzzles left for me to solve were the hardest ones. And I know what you're thinking. Why don't I just snoop? Mom's closet, crawl space, back of the fridge, no dice. Apparently, one year my brother used the old credit card trick to open up my mom's locked closet to find all the gifts she had hidden away. Ever since then, my mom would hide presents at her office. I never had a chance. For my first few Christmases, I never successfully guessed what my presents were. Until one year, when a very peculiar present showed up. And for some reason, my mom decided to just put it under the tree instead of taking it to her office. It didn't come in a box, it was wide and flat, and with what I can only describe as a small cylinder sticking up from the middle, which made the wrapping paper drape down toward the edges, like a really short tent. Fascinating. I puzzled for days, trying my hardest to figure out what could possibly take this strange shape. I puzzled and puzzled till my puzzler was sore, until finally, for the first time in my 7 years,
What's that mean?
I successfully guessed what a present was. The minute it clicked, I just knew I had to be right. There's nothing else it could be. I was straight up shaking in excitement, frothing at the mouth. I solved it. I had a few weeks to wait before I could find out if I was right or not, but my excitement didn't really die down. I don't know if you've ever experienced the rush of solving a puzzle, but let me tell you, it doesn't get much better than that. One morning when I was taking a bath before school, I noticed a little red spot on my leg. It was kind of puffy, I don't know, but it didn't look good. So I asked my mom and she said I must have gotten bit by a spider in my sleep, which
What?
Mom, there are spiders in my bed? The next day, the red puffy spot had gotten bigger, and it was like, oh, that's probably not good. And the next day, there were a bunch more red puffy spots all over, everywhere. And I was like, oh, that's really not good. I can't remember exactly how long it took to realize that this wasn't about to stop on its own, but on Christmas Eve, we went to the hospital. Apparently, I was so excited that I broke out in hives. My fragile little body just couldn't handle it, and if Benadryl wasn't a thing, it would have spread to my trachea and murdered me. All of that for the dumbest present imaginable. I just want to reiterate, I wasn't excited for the present. I was just excited that I figured it out, okay? It was one of those coin collector maps with a little slot for a quarter from each state and a stack of quarters. And the worst part is that when my mom saw it, she goes, "I guess you really like coin collecting, huh?" Boy, it feels good to get another video.
That was an interesting video. That is not what I was expecting when he figured out what happened. I'm not sure what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that. But anyways, if you guys like the video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe. I'll probably try to get another video in on Christmas, but it's probably gonna come out the day after Christmas, because I'm recording this on the 24th, which is the day before Christmas. Oh, really? Damn, I didn't know that. So, I know I haven't been uploading lately. I know every time I say I'm gonna upload more, which I never do, I just get really lazy, and homework and school exists, so that also contributes to the inactiveness and dryness of this channel. Okay, I promise I'll get some videos in, okay? You can't expect the every video a week or every video a month. You could probably expect every video like every 3 months, but I'll most likely, fix that, alright? So, if you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe. I already said, okay, bye.